Hello, we are Lawrence and Alexandra. We are Master Certified Ascension Coaches with Twin Flame Universe and Twin Flames in Harmonious Union.
And today we want to talk to you about the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Like what's the difference and how do you actually what's so important about this thing? I think everybody online reads about like the divine feminine does this and the divine masculine does that and everybody knows that in a way you have to heal your feminine or your masculine in order to properly attract your twin flame union. So the topic of
Mhm.
your polarity and the topic of the divine masculine and feminine is really really important in understanding the twin flame dynamic, understanding which polarity are you embodying and how to um, use this energy, use this polarity so you can manifest your union, right? Because the more that we kind of work with people and sees that a lot of people have misunderstandings about this, and because of that they do things and they think that, oh, I'm doing this so I can support my union and manifest my twin flame, but actually they're just either it's ineffective or even it can be very harmful in some ways because of wrong notions about what this truly is about. So the first thing to kind of clarify, though, I think is just this is an energetic thing. It doesn't necessarily have to do anything with the physical body, right? Like you can be like a divine feminine in a female body, of course, but you could have be like a divine feminine in a male body. Like this is not like a body gender thing. This is a energetic thing, and each of the twin flames has their own polarity, and this is a really important distinction between, I guess, choosing to be on the twin flame path versus choosing other kind of spiritualities. Because in other spiritualities people focus on oh, I have to balance my inner feminine and masculine within myself, and when I do that I have peace. But in a twin flame dynamic, you don't actually need to do that because you don't have like the inner masculine. So, for example, for me, I'm a divine feminine. My inner masculine is just Laurentiu, right? Like in a twin flame dynamic, in a twin flame union, harmonious union, in the twin flame union, one person embodies completely that energy, right? And when they do that, and when they align with their own polarity, that's when they attract the other one to them, right? Because the masculine and feminine energies are very attracted to one another, right? So one of, I think this is the very key important thing, is that you attract your twin flame by fully embodying your polarity, because these energies are very attractive. They are very magnetized to one another. So when you understand this principle and when you apply it correctly, you're gonna have a lot of success in your twin flame union. So therefore, the thing here will be the question to ask yourself from this is okay, what, first of all, if you know your polarity, that's good. If not, ask yourself, what do I resonate with more? Am I within? Do I feel like I'm a divine masculine, or do I feel like I'm a divine feminine? And that's the first step for you to know. And afterwards, the thing to ask yourself is okay, what is standing in my way to properly embody my polarity, right? That's a huge one for us here. So what is standing in the way? And I think this is gonna be always kind of a work in progress. It's not gonna be something that you heal once and it's done. Even us, right now, we're going deeper into how we can express, for me, my femininity, or my divine feminine, and for Laurentiu, his divine masculine, how we can express these energies better, right? So you don't need to be perfect in it, right? And this is something that I constantly feel to remind people, is that you do not need to be perfectly healed to have your union. You do not need to be perfectly ascended or everything. You just need to work through things. You just need to work with these kind of blocks that you have within yourself, right? And just the core ones, and
Mhm.
understanding that you and your twin flame are meant to, in a way, work together on these things is very, very important, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe to add something to getting clear also about masculinity and femininity, like when it comes to that, it's like no trait is really masculine or feminine.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you kind of see it from this perspective, because you can be very emotional and still be a masculine. You can be
Mm-hmm.
very powerful and still be a divine feminine. So
Yeah.
those things don't really like relate necessarily to that gender, but you can have them with whichever gender you have, spirit, you're the divine masculine or the divine feminine. And that's, like as Alexander asked, to ask yourself what you are. Don't use
Traits.
traits as a way to define yourself. Or another thing that I've encountered with people, I've been the first on the spiritual journey, so I must be a divine feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's not really how it works.
Yeah.
In our case, I'm the divine masculine, and I started the spiritual journey. And I've met divine masculines on the journey that believed they were divine feminine because of that belief out there. But again, it's not about that. It's more about who you are inside and what you actually relax more into. I was doing an exercise with someone at some point to kind of just a small exercise to this that you can also do about this. It's like say out loud to yourself, like, I'm a man, and see how you feel. And then say, I'm a woman, and see how you feel. And you'll feel natural in the one that whichever you resonate. And you'll feel uncomfortable or like, this doesn't feel right in the one that you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that can be also a small exercise you can do.
Yeah, exactly. And here, like the core differences, like okay, if it's not traits, because I know like a lot of the time, people associate, for example, divine masculine is protective and he is the provider and he is all of these things, and the divine feminine is nurturing and she's creative and she's spiritual and all of these things. Divine masculine is logical. All of those things are traits, but they're not exactly traits. Like maybe there are like some percentage, like it's true, but that's not exactly the core of what defines a masculine or a feminine polarity here.
Mhm.
So in what we like have studied, like in the teachings of union, what we are seeing is that the divine masculine is giving energy. So the divine masculine will feel very natural in giving, and in the best way to see this is like in the sexual relationship and in the sexual area, right? The divine feminine will be a receiving energy, right? And that's again, like you can see it sexually how that those like energies interact. Those like it's an important area because the creative energy, the sexual energy is an important part of like the twin flame dynamic as well. It's a very potent energy, and knowing how to utilize it, it's like very, very important, right? But I think like the most important thing here is that, and this was something that recently I have watched like a twin flame ascension school class, and Jeff and Julia were speaking about, what is the difference, and like they were asking students, and there were some feminines, like some divine feminines in the class, and they were asking, okay, how do you define your femininity? What is a divine feminine for you? And there were a lot of people that would say, like, oh, yes, there's like nurturing and like gentle and spiritual and, empowered and all of those things. And those are beautiful things, but they were not it, like they were not fully expressing what a feminine is. And then like Shalia spoke and she was like, oh, like me as a divine feminine, when I embody my divine femininity completely, I feel radiant, and that was like a very beautiful like a very, very beautiful way to kind of see, because yes, this is true. One of the best ways to describe a feminine is radiant. So you see, like here, like you can immediately identify we have so many feminines here that are chasing and trying to get their divine masculine and trying to be something, in order to make things happen with their twin flame. And that's just not how it works. Like it goes against like the design that you are meant to have. Like as a divine feminine, you're meant to relax and be radiant, and be authentically yourself and shine your light, so to say. And when you shine your light, you attract your divine masculine. And your divine masculine, and in that same class, Julia was saying, the way that he enjoys being around a feminine that is radiant, is to provide presence. right? So that's how like the divine masculine is. Like the divine masculine is truly just like a very stable and present energy and a present force, like with, and the more kind of, you know, way present the divine masculine is, the safer as well the divine feminine feels to just radiate and just be herself, right? And at the same time, you know, she might be demanding, you know, I want to radiate more, you know, so therefore the divine masculine needs to go deeper into his presence, you know, so to hold, you know, or to sustain the radiance in the twin flame dynamic. And that's like a really beautiful dynamic to understand and to see and to, yeah, just to go deeper with. So I invite you here to just think about this. Do you feel what's like feels more natural for you? Do you feel natural to radiate and, you know, kind of express yourself and kind of be seen, or do you feel more natural to be present and like be there to kind of, you know, a support or just observe, you know, like the radiance of your divine feminine? Yeah.
Mhm.
How do you feel about this? Yeah.
I mean, it feels good, yeah. Like I feel like for as a divine masculine, it's about like I just feel the desire to give. I feel the
Mhm.
desire to give to my twin flame and those around me, and through that, like I enjoy to see, for example, Alexandra radiating. I enjoy like giving to her and see her radiating there, and just that provides me a lot to just like see her like that. So as a divine masculine, you're just gonna want to give. That's gonna be primarily the thing. That doesn't mean that as a divine feminine you're not going to feel to give, generally
Mm-hmm.
speaking, but it's different when it comes inside. It's going to always be the action, a drive to really like give, and that's what I'm going to thrive into giving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how do you feel about the present aspect and being present with, you know, the radiance of the feminine?
I mean, I feel like that's still part of the giving, because like I'm still giving presence, and I enjoy kind of
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
being present with you because it's giving you my presence, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's enjoyable.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think like that's. I think like a lot of feminines are craving that, like without kind of knowing how to express. It's just like having that presence from the divine masculine, like the divine masculine just offering himself, not like in like, I mean, grand gestures of, you know, whatever are like greatly important, but like being seen for who you truly are and having somebody just stand beside you and like just being themselves and like witnessing you be them yourself as well. That kind of vulnerability, it's very precious, like it's very important. And it's like one of the key elements of like the twin flame union, and it's like so beautiful to experience this. Yeah, it's very humbling in a way to like have somebody and like know they are for you, right? Like know they're meant to be like your ultimate lover, and just again just experience that love with them, right? Because it's not going away, right? It's not moving anywhere, right?
Mhm.
And that's where you can relax and just be yourself. And this is what we notice like in our relationship. We're just relaxing and being ourselves, and it's still a process. We're still doing it, but we're just having more love and more joy and more um fun, you know, in like being together and like discovering one another over and over. And it's, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. So this is it for this video. I hope it was helpful. Leave a like or a comment if you thought so. And if you are interested in support in your twin flame journey, you will find in the description how to contact us and like work with us. That would be like amazing as well. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and we will see you in the next video. Bye bye.